Good evening and welcome to the Newshour. I'm Madhavdas Gopalakrishnan. Ladies and gentlemen, in Karnataka today, it's quite evident which is the party which says that it is backing secularism, but its actions don't seem to be quite in conjunction with that. Yes, we're talking about the Congress party, with the SDPI coming out and pledging its support to the Congress, coming out to say that it will only contest in 16 of the 100 constituencies and that in 84 of them they will support the Congress and even push for the JDS's victory, will actively campaign for the Congress party. When confronted with this, the Congress President Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge today responded saying that they have no problem tying up with secular parties, though they are not in favor of tying up with conservative ones. This is leading to a very serious question, because the BJP says that just yesterday in the manifesto they had said that they would ban both the PFI and the Bajrang Dal. What's happened in a short span of 24 hours? Listen in.
Initially, we have planned to contest in 100 places, but after that we have dropped that plan because the field is very fertile for the Congress and BJP can lose the election in this time, and because of that we have decided to contest very in limited seats. Let the BJP defeat in Karnataka and let the other parties capture power in Karnataka. That was our intention, and because of that we have dropped the other places and we limited our seats only for 16 places. Yeah, see, actually we are contesting 16 seats, out of these 224. The remaining 208 seats are there. So in that, we told our, the workers, the members of the SDPI, to work for the, winning secular candidates. Secular candidates is either it may be Congress or it may be JDS. So they will going to door to door and they will going to campaigning for the favor of this secular party, that definitely helps the other secular parties to win this election.
This is very significant because the SDPI has been called an extremist organization by the Kerala High Court. It is involved or believed to have been involved, alleged to have been involved in several violent crimes as well. Now, the Congress president, when asked about this particular aspect of support, says that he can't do anything about anyone giving or withdrawing their support and says that the support of secular parties is welcome. Listen.
Their desire, how can I say? See, if anybody wants to support, let them support or oppose. Every party has got freedom. So I never asked or nobody approached me. Therefore, I'm not interested. But secular parties throughout country should become one. If any secular party, political party is ready to help us, welcome. But people who believes in this, conservative views or some their own agenda, that type of we don't think.
This comes right after in his manifesto, the Congress promised to ban the PFI and the Bajrang Dal. However, the BJP has hit out at the Congress party for its position, and leading from the front on the campaign trail was the Prime Minister himself.
Bajrang Bali ki! Bajrang Bali ki! Bajrang Bali ki! Reverse gear Congress दूसरी दिशा में चलती है और ऐसे ही एंटी नेशनल लोगों से चुनावी मदद लेती है।
सिद्धारमैया को कर्नाटक की जनता से दोनों हाथ जोड़ के माफी मांगनी चाहिए, जिसने 175 केसेस ऑफ पीएफआई वापस लिया और 1600 पीएफआई लोगों को जेल से छुड़ाया है। They want division in the society. We want that everybody should सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका प्रयास.
To try and equate a terror organization like PFI that has claimed lives, that have used bombs, that have used violence, that have advocated the overthrow of the Indian state in their constitution, to equate that with the Bajrang Dal is absolutely in your face, brazen political vote banking by the Congress of the worst kind.
And that brings me to the legitimate question that we're asking this evening. Who's holding the hand of hate in this Karnataka poll?
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
For more on this, let's go across to our panelists who are joining us. With us is Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Abhijit Iyer Mitra, Senior Fellow at the IPCS, Smita Prakash is Editor of ANI. We also have with us Kamru Choudhury, Leader of the Congress Party, Dr. Suman C. Raman, Political Analyst, also joining us. But let me start first and foremost with Sanjay Jha. Sanjay Jha, you know, what Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge has said today is a bit perplexing, particularly in Congress of what, in context, I beg your pardon, of what the Congress promised in yesterday's manifesto release, that they would take action on the PFI. Now, earlier we have seen the Siddaramaiah government actually dilute 175 cases, and the BJP in that light said that the Congress is not serious as far as its comparison of Bajrang Dal with the PFI is concerned and as far as taking action on the PFI is concerned. Now, a day later, you have Mr. Kharge who's saying that I have no problem if anyone supports me, we are okay with all secular parties. Isn't this a clear sign of hypocrisy here? Saying one thing one day and exactly the opposite the next day. Sanjay Jha.
Madhav, good evening. I think Mr. Siddaramaiah and the Congress need to be congratulated for actually expressing publicly their
Sanjay
desire
Jha,
to bring
yourself,
Karnataka. Please. Hello? Can you hear me? Madhav, can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I think Mr. Siddaramaiah needs to be congratulated for actually speaking the truth and talking about social harmony in Karnataka. The BJP, by the way, has been playing the most vulgar, crude communal politics. And I would like to say, Madhav, here that the Bajrang Dal, everyone knows what the Bajrang Dal's track record is. From lynching murders down to Ram Navami, you have had the communal violence in Bihar. You have the example of somebody who walked, Dhruv Saxena, who was an agent of the ISI. The Bajrang Dal, the VHP, have a track record of extreme communal hatred and violence. So I think Mr. Kharge and the Congress has called the bluff of the BJP. And by the way, Madhav, very important to point out that the Congress is also talking about banning the PFI, and the SDPI itself are basically offshoots of the same. Ask the BJP today, do they have the courage or the character that the Congress has demonstrated? Instead of being cowards, let them own up and say that we will ban Bajrang Dal because they are equally responsible.
I will allow
for
Sanjay
spreading
Verma
hate
to
in
respond to that
society.
question. But you know, Sanjay Jha, you know, it's one thing for you to say that we're banning the PFI. But how can you then in the same breath take the support of the SDPI, which you yourself are saying is an offshoot? Can you explain that logic? I cannot wrap my head around
Okay, let me explain that. Madhav, let me explain that. The BJP has been in power for how long? Have they managed to kind of ban the SDPI? The truth is this, that end of day, every political party that is not banned, just a minute, Madhav.
BJP won't ban it, so it's okay for us to ally.
No, let me explain to you. You have a situation today where Amit Shah, India's Home Minister, has actually got a police complaint against him lodged by the Congress for making a provocative statement talking about there will be communal riots in Karnataka, BJP is not elected. So you're talking about BJP, VHP, RSS, who themselves are no different from SDPI.
Sir, I'm asking you about SDPI. You can level any number of charges against the BJP. There's no problem. I'm going to let the BJP spokesperson on the panel respond to that. But I have asked you two simple questions on the SDPI's conduct. You're very quick to blame the BJP. But what about the conduct of the Congress party, sir? That is what is coming under question here.
If
at the end of the day, the PFI has been banned. This is an offshoot of a banned organization. So why go ahead and even take their support?
But I'll
Isn't
tell you
that
why.
communal as well?
1 minute. An offshoot of the party that is not banned. Are you trying to tell me that under India's constitution, they are barred from contesting the election? If tomorrow they win X number of seats or JDS wins seats and they say we want to support the Congress, we will take a call.
The question is on why the Congress claimed that they're going to take action on the PFI, which has already been banned. I don't know what action you're going to take in any case, but let me bring in Sanju Verma on that. Sanju Verma, it's the BJP that's being hypocritical in this particular case. It's BJP that is using the language of violence. And why didn't you ban the SDPI if you're so convinced that it is a communal organization? These are questions coming from Sanjay Jha.
Okay. I did not heckle Sanjay Jha, so I hope I will be extended the courtesy. Thank you, Madhav. Let me just lay a couple of facts out there in the public domain. First and foremost, the PFI is just a refined version, for want of a better word, of the banned terror organization SIMI. And the Congress can, try and claim credit that we banned SIMI in 2006. But the hard fact is that SIMI was banned on 28 September 2001 by Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and the Congress has so much of daya and pity for terror organizations that it actually revoked the ban imposed by Atal Bihari Vajpayee, and the ban was then reimposed in August 2008 on the diktat of K.G. Balakrishnan, the then Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of India. The limited point I'm making is that Congress, SIMI, PFI, they have a symbiotic relationship and they can go red in the face denying it. But the fact is that the Congress has been in bed with terror and terror apologists. And I will tell you why. I've been on a couple of debates ever since this Bajrang Bali and Bajrang Dal row exploded. And people have been quoting Babu Bajrangi. So let me tell you that on the 20th of April 2023, barely 12 to 13 days back, special court in Ahmedabad actually set free Babu Bajrangi, Maya Kurnani and 66 other people after a trial that lasted for more than 3 years. It started way back in 2009-10, the trial. The limited point again is this,
right?
Which is the party which actually openly solicited support from the SDPI in the 2018 Karnataka Assembly Elections and subsequently the local body elections. It is the Congress party. If you look at the statements by the Karnataka SDPI head Abdul Majid or the SDPI senior leader Ilyas Thumbe, they have openly said we earlier wanted to contest 100 seats in Karnataka, but we are making way for the Congress and now we will contest only in 16 seats. And Madhav, in one of your shows, G. Parameshwara, who was the ex-deputy chief minister of Karnataka when Siddaramaiah was the chief minister, on your channel, I remember on your show that you were anchoring, he openly said Congress wants the support of SDPI while SDPI cannot win. It is great at being
we have debated this story.
It is great at being a vote cutter. So I will just end in 20 seconds. Sanjay Jha made many points. I just have this to say. You want to tarnish the entire Bajrang Dal organization, which was set up way back in 1984, on the back of one Dhruv Saxena or on the back of one Babu Bajrangi, who has been given a clean sheet. But
let me come in.
But when there is a charge,
let me bring in. Yes, I have to bring in other panelists now.
Nightclub bombing.
Let me bring in Dr. Sumansi Raman.
You say terror has no religion.
Right. Let me bring in Sumansi Raman. Sumansi Raman, the Congress says it's a secular party and there is no problem with that. There is absolutely no problem with that. The problem is that when organizations such as SDPI, the statement of Mr. Kharge is very curious. Because is he certifying the SDPI as a secular party? Because that's not what the Kerala High Court said. They had said they're an extremist organization, sir.
Well, then the Kerala High Court must have asked the citizens of SDPI. If it's an extremist organization that the court feels that it should not be allowed to function, then the court should have passed some orders in that regard, or the central government should have banned them. This is a recognized political party. It is recognized by the Election Commission. They are contesting 16 seats. How does one refuse support? I mean, that is the most ridiculous argument that I've ever heard. Congress did not go to SDPI and said, please support us, please withdraw your candidate. SDPI says that they want a secular party to come to power in Karnataka. Therefore, they are extending support. Now, Madhav,
very easy, Sumansi Raman.
It's
very easy, Sumansi Raman. He could have said that we don't want the support. We don't want the support.
No.
What is very interesting is that today when he says that we don't want the support of conservatives, we welcome the support of secular parties. Does this mean that now SDP has become a liberal party? What exactly is Mr. Khan trying to say over here?
In its manifesto, the Congress is very clear that they do not look upon the PFI very kindly. They have said that they will continue the ban, whatever it is worth, whether it makes sense or not, because it's already a banned organization. That's a different issue. Now, the point I'm trying to make is, at the end of the day, we are down to this. We are down to Hindu, Muslim, SDPI, PFI. We are down to this. There's no more talk about development, governance, 4 years of good governance in Karnataka, quote unquote. There is no talk about it. We are back to Hindu, Muslim, Bajrang Dal, Bajrang Bali, and SDPI. So I think
let me bring in Smita Prakash on that. Let me bring in Smita Prakash.
Openly sort of
I see many hands going up.
Talking about the governance plan and has gone full hog on the polarization plan. So this is I would see this as back to the politics of polarization of the BJP.
Back to politics of polarization of the BJP, says Suman C. Raman, Smita Prakash. But I asked this question to a BJP leader yesterday, who told me here in Bangalore that it's the Congress who in fact started it all by referring to Bajrang Dal and PFI and equating them. So both sides saying that it's the other side that started it, but it is a fact that this is perhaps one of the most polarized elections perhaps you've ever seen in Karnataka.
Well, let me stick my neck out and say that it was neither the Congress nor the BJP, it was the SDPI that did it. Because they managed to survive the ban that the PFI got, and clearly just the soundbite that you ran just now, and he said that decided to fight 100 seats, but then decided that no, not 100, we'll fight 16, because if we fight 100, we're going to be damaging the Congress, and the Congress is in a position to defeat the BJP. So it's the SDPI which did it, and then everybody latched on to that. The inclusion of Bajrang Dal in the manifesto was a thank you to the SDPI by the Congress. I mean, there are reports now that the SDPI is going door to door in many places seeking votes for the Congress. Now, why should the Congress say no? I mean, any support that comes its way is good, because ultimately, in the final analysis, it's the winner takes it all. So it's what matters is the winnability. So if the SDPI is going to do the groundwork for the Congress and is going to help the Congress in getting votes, good luck to them. The SDPI claims that it's the only secular party in the country, and that's not something that the Congress is comfortable with. They like to have that tag. But by no means is the Congress anything like the SDPI, because the SDPI's definition of secularism is non-Hindu. And that's not what the Congress wants to be now. The new Congress is a soft Hindutva Congress. So it's not like the SDPI, but then I don't think it has any problems taking the support of the SDPI. Maybe not openly, but shyly they're taking it. And as far as the BJP is concerned, any apparent self-goal by the Congress is something that they're going to capitalize. And that's why what you're seeing today between the Bajrang Bali and Bajrang Dal issue, which is going to come up. Tough luck if some people feel that, the Hindutva card is being played all over again. The fact is that as we get closer to the elections, then emotive issues come up. Not these esoteric issues like development, non-development, roads, potholes, ports, ships, airports. All these things are bigger issues. But when it actually comes down to the last mile, the last few days before elections, emotive issues will come up.
Absolutely. And let me take that question across to Kamru Choudhury. Kamru Choudhury, if it's an apparent self-goal, I'm just coming to you in just 2 minutes, Sanjay Jha, because there are 2 other panelists who have not yet spoken and we have limited time. I want to bring in everyone. Kamru Choudhury, is this, I forget the exact phrase, but is this an apparent self-goal, if I'm quoting Smita Prakash correctly, by the Congress party? Are you giving an opportunity? Because we know the kind of activities that SDPI has been involved in. It was bound to be a controversial move. So, I mean, of course, so nobody is saying that the Congress would not, require whatever support it gets. But when it comes to the SDPI, it certainly is being interpreted by several people as an opportunity that you've given to the BJP.
Well, Madhav, the basic point out here is just coming before coming to your show. By the way, Madhav, just give me 10 seconds. Let me just remind the viewers of Times Now, let us all pray for Manipur, which is on the verge of a civil war. let us all pray for peace and stability in Manipur. Okay, coming back to the point out here of discussion today, the basic point out here is the Election Commission has not banned SDPI. Any political party which is working under the Constitution of India is ready to, or it's his or her prerogative, the party's prerogative to support whichever party it likes. Now the charges that are coming against SDPI is that it's a communal organization, it's a sectarian organization catering to a particular religion. Now tell me one thing, Madhav, that just a few weeks ago, when the Archbishop of the Roman Catholic Church, Mr. Mar Joseph Pamplani, he expressed his desire to support the BJP. Then the same BJP minister, I remember clearly, Mr. Rajiv Chandrasekhar, he welcomed the move and said that we are welcome, sabka saath, sabka vikas.
Sir, was he involved in acts of violence?
Anybody can
was he involved in any act of violence? Let me quickly read out. Let me just quickly read out the NIA charge sheet in 2020 August. 11 specifically says that SDPI leaders were responsible for instigating the mob. They also say that Feroz Pasha of SDPI played a big role. They've also seen, one second. I am only reading out cases of violence. These are facts. These are facts, Mr. Kamru Choudhury. You can dispute them, but just listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying SDPI is fielding a person called Mr. Shafi Bellare, who faces 4 criminal cases, including the murder of a local BJP youth leader, Praveen Nettaru. There was a charge even during the Jahangirpuri violence last year of SDPI leaders provoking. My simple point is this. We know the large number of cases of violence that PFI was involved in. There are links of SDPI and PFI. Therefore, it certainly becomes questionable, is it not, Kamru Choudhury? Because this is not just giving support. They are saying we are going to actively campaign.
Yeah.
It's not some seat sharing agreement we're talking about.
Yeah, Madhav, a very pertinent point you have raised out here, but doesn't it show the incompetence of the Union Home Ministry, who have failed to provide all these criminal cases or all the terror activities that the SDPI leaders are involved in? They should have given all these evidences to the Election Commission for it to be banned.
I need to come in
here. This is the incompetence of Amit Shah ji and his
ministry. May I come in, please,
that you are pointing out here. But the basic point here is that the way the BJP wants to polarize the elections.
Okay.
Now, suppose, let's say, Madhav, let me say that SDPI is supporting BJP. I say SDPI is supporting BJP because the more they campaign on communal lines, the BJP is gaining on that. That's a history, that's a data
Madhav,
points that are coming out in that way. If MIN goes and campaigns somewhere, the BJP gains because it's cutting into
Sanju Verma wants to respond to that point.
So,
it's the incompetence of the central government. Abhijit Mitra, just coming to you in a minute. Sanju Verma, please respond. Kamru Choudhury says, why haven't you acted against them? If you're convinced that they are wrong, why not ban them?
You know, Madhav, I always maintain this, and especially on debates, I repeat this for whatever it is worth, that the real problem is not from terrorists or terror attacks, but from people who give intellectual cover fire under the garb of being secular. And Kamru Zaman has no business whatsoever, neither the credibility nor the bona fides to cast aspersions on Union Home Minister Amit Shah. And in 20 seconds, I will tell you why Amit Shah said if Congress comes back to power, Karnataka will be in the grip of riots again. No one has forgotten, certainly not me, that in August 2020, there were riots in Bengaluru at KJ Halli and DJ Halli. And do you know who is the chief accused? In fact, he's not just the accused, he's been convicted by a special NIA court. It is a former Congress councillor. I did not heckle you. Please keep quiet.
The question that I asked was, why didn't the Union Home Minister act against the SDPI if it is a communal party?
I'm just one second. Kamru Choudhury, just calm down, please. Yes, I'm going to come to you one at a time, please. One at a time. Sanju Verma. Yes, we know you did not heckle him. That's why I've asked him to calm down. Now, please continue.
Thank you. You make a statement about the Union Home Minister, and you think, as the national spokesperson of BJP, I will give you a free pass. I do not belong to a religion which says the earth is flat, and when you get salvation, 72 hoons will service you in Jannah.
The policy paralysis of the government is clearly evident. Where your priorities lie, is very much clear.
One second. You know, I don't want to get into a shouting match, please, because there is, you know, we don't have much time. We just have 2 seconds.
Yeah. Finish my point.
30 seconds. Complete your point, Sanju Verma. 30 seconds.
In 30 seconds, my point is this. I repeat, the August 2020 Bengaluru riots at K. Halli and DJ Halli. The chief perpetrator is a former Congress councillor, a man called R. Sampath Raj, right from the Hashimpura riots in 1987, Bhagalpur riots in 1989, anti-Sikh genocide in 1984, Aligarh riots in 2006, Muzaffarnagar riots in 2013, Kokrajhar riots in 2012.
Speaking out here in your show, Madhav, when you are letting her have the free run of lies.
The Congress party has seen the largest number of riots when it has been in power.
Data points, will come and
you will get your 70
Let me come in now. Let me come in now. You know, this is the third time. This is the third time we try to. I'm sorry, I have to come in here. I'm sorry, I have to come in here. I have to come in here because if we can't debate orderly, I think this is incumbent on all sides to have an orderly debate. We cannot have this kind of. We cannot. One second. We cannot. Both of you have been heckling each other. Please, let's not get into this kind of a debate. I want to bring in Sanjay Jha and ask him a simple point. Sanjay Jha, there's been a history of support of SDPI to the Congress party. It was there in Manjeshwaram, I beg your pardon, in the 2021 Kerala Assembly polls. The Rajasthan rally being allowed of the SDPI. There's also, in fact, G. Parmeshwar, who famously said in 2018 that there's no question of banning the PFI. So the PFI's patronage on part of the Congress and the SDPI's patronage is something that has been a matter of public record. So obviously, isn't it natural that questions are being asked today?
Madhav questioned the SDPI, but I'm raising a fundamental point. If communal organizations of the Sangh Parivar like Bajrang Dal, VHP, RSS, and the BJP, which itself is blatantly communal, if they all can campaign for the BJP leaders, why are we only talking about SDPI? You think Bajrang Dal and VHP, look at their track record. I can quote to you a laundry list of criminal and communal cases against them, of rioting, of murder, of lynching. So, you know, you are talking about a deliberate strategy of the BJP, which has been doing the hijab halal politics for the last 5 years in Karnataka. And this 40% commission government and 100% communal government is going to be voted out. Mr. Modi can try all the tricks in the bag. It is their political desperation that is manifesting today. That's all.
Let me bring in Abhijit Iyer Mitra. Abhijit Iyer Mitra, thank you so much for your patience. It is once again a desperate or a blatant attempt at polarization, says the Congress party, says Sanjay Jha. How are you looking at it? Because there are questions being raised of even the parties, the party that is ruling here in Karnataka, the BJP. Your response, Abhijit Iyer Mitra.
Look, the only thing I'm seeing here is attempts at creating equivalences between things where equivalence does not exist. Okay, the Bajrang Dal, you may agree or disagree with its ways, but it is created to nation building. The PFI is not committed to nation building. Okay, if you're going to ban everybody who has a violent history, then there is not a political party here that will exist without getting banned. Number three, you notice how cleverly. One second, Sanjay, I didn't interrupt you.
Sure.
Then the most important point is, see, you can ban terrorist organizations, you cannot ban their political wings. The moment you start banning political parties, it starts going down a very, very slippery slope, which is why the PDP, which is the political wing of the Hizbul Mujahideen, which was the terror wing of the Jamaat-e-Islami, you could ban the Hizbul Mujahideen, you could on and off ban the Jamaat-e-Islami, you cannot ban the PDP. Now, the PFI is the Irish Republican Army and the SDPI is like the Sinn Féin. Even in the worst part of the violence in Ireland, you could ban the IRA very easily. You absolutely could not ban the Sinn Féin. And herein lies the problem. The SDPI knows this. They exploit it. They run a sort of quasi-terror, jab chahe idhar, jab chahe udhar, 1 foot here, 1 foot there policy. And you know how to reject is very simple. You just say no. This is the first thing in women's safety that they teach you, that you know a no means no. All you have to do is say no. We reject your support. Full stop. I mean, no bolne mein, I mean, I don't think it takes Einstein or a particular genius to say no. So basically what they want here is they want their cake and they want to eat it too. They actually want the PFI support, but they will do all the tamasha to say they don't want the PFI support. Whereas the BJP has no this thing about the
Absolutely.
Bajrang Dal, and the Bajrang Dal is not banned.
Yeah.
These people want to ban the Bajrang Dal. Go ahead,
All right.
try.
Completely out of time.
आप 10 साल पावर में थे, आपने बैन किया था.
Completely out of time. Completely out of time. Completely out of time. Sanju Verma, Abhijit Iyer, Mitra, Smita Prakash, Kamru Choudhury, Sanjay Jha, and Dr. Subhan C. Raman. The politics of polarization is playing out in Karnataka. But will it actually strike a chord? Will it actually work? There are analysts who believe that it will work only in certain regions of Karnataka, which have sort of shown a tendency to respond to such issues, that it will not work as a whole in the state of Karnataka, and that there are other bigger issues at play over here. There is, of course, the issue of reservations. There's the issue of corruption, which allegations have been made. Counter allegations have also been made. What will really work on ground? That's what we'll be watching out for on the 13th of May. Thanks so much for joining us this evening on debate number 1 on Newshour.